Okay. So, by Ishvara's grace, we are in chapter number 7 and we have finished up to shloka number 19 in the last class. Bahunam Janmanamante. So, in the last class, what we were seeing is Bhagavan said, amongst my bhaktas or my devotees, there are 4 major types we saw, right? Artha Bhakti, who is out of some trouble or from difficulty and in need of some help. Who else that when he can ask for help except Ishvara? So that is a Artha Bhakta who is so devoted that he is so desiring to get any help only from Bhagavan. It's a very good Bhakta. And then Artharthi Bhakta. Whatever we want because we need our life with we need everybody, we need something to progress with our life. That means and methods, we go ask, seek Bhagavan, Artharthi Bhakta. Then Jignasu, that he would like to now know more about this life, the purpose of the life, and to attain that state where the happiness can be ever. And that is and he is desirous of learning and applying, because only knowledge he understands that can release him from these difficulties in his life, not the materials. So he has got now a much higher objective in his nature, in his birth, and he has understood the purpose of the life. He is a Jignasu. And the last one is Jnani, who is completely have realized and then is become a matured yoga rudaha. He is a Jnani. He has understood and he has realized that even upon realization, his devotion is there as a loka sangraham, and because he has got nothing else that is functioning in him except that Bhagavan. And so Bhagavan, he said that Jnani Bhakta, among all the 4 Bhakta, is Sreshtam, Sreshta Bhakta. But he also said the previous in shloka number 18, Udara Sarvaye Vaite. He said everybody is equally, everybody are good bhaktas. They are all good. There is nothing wrong with the other 3 bhakta. But Jnani is indeed me and Jnani are so inseparable that certainly that is why he is in a higher pedestal. And also he said that Jnani, Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Prapadyate. And that Jnanavan, that Jnani is an attained bhakta who is after very many births. And he is Sudurlabha. That's what we finished. That is, is very rare. That's what we says, Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschit Mam Yatati Siddhaye. So, but then the question Arjuna happens is, so then Krishna, if all the other 3 type of bhaktas, why they are not able to become the Jnani? What is obstructing? Say, for example, we are all Jignasu. We are all Jignasu Bhakta. That is why we are attending this Gita class and we are inquiring after that. And, even in walks of your busy life, or in busy routine and everything, the constant query is going. Like, yes, the Gita is drawing into me. That Tattvam of Bhagavan through every other scriptures is drawing to me. And that I really want that Vairagya from the Viveka and detached and the Karma Yoga. So Arjuna's doubt indeed is, how come the other 3 bhaktas are not able to become a Jnani? What is stopping them really? What is that obstacle by which only that very few are in sense Sudurlabha? So what is that one that is stopping them? That is what is Arjuna's kind of a doubt in that. Knowing that, Bhagavan says, Arjuna, why the other 3 bhaktas are not able to become that particular Jnani? The main reason he says is, Kamaistai hritajnanaha prapatyantenya devataha tam niyamamastaya prakritya niyata swaya. Once again, Kamaistai hritajnanaha prapadyantenya devataha tam niyamamastaya prakritya niyata swaya. So now Bhagavan gives more reasons how what is the real impediment or obstacles that is preventing the other three bhaktas to become a jnani? Now we must all understand, before I go more into this shloka, we all, yes, need to pray. And the prayers are always, and whom else we will go to except Ishvara for pray. So when we say prayer itself, a prayer, the objective of a prayer is really a cry out of a helpless state. If we can help from somebody, say for example, in the local thing, you call 000, even in the utmost help, something is there. But then also you call Ishvara, oh God, I've called this police for help or fire for help. Plus God, save me, I'm in the fire, my house is in fire. Still we will call him. Right? And it is very true. And he's a great bhakta indeed to call. But we must take one step behind to observe the nature of prayer that is going on. The difference in the prayer in our Sanatana Dharma, apart from all other religion, is that the only main difference is our Bhagavan says, look, all the prayers is for the prayers to finish one day. So the ultimate prayer is to ask Bhagavan, Bhagavan, give me a state where I stop asking you for anything. If at all the prayer that I do for before you is just for your sake means what? For the loka's sake, and there is nothing else. That is the ultimate jnani. So, but whereas in every other religion, if they would say, look, he is your savior, or there is nothing except him, you obey him, he is the Malik, and you have to continuously pray up to the, because you have to go into that heaven or something where he will make you entry and then he will give you happiness, and prayer must continue all the time, dependency. So prayer is a form of dependency. But what is moksha? Total independence. So Bhagavan wants. So in our Sanatana Dharma is the only religion where the Krishna, the Bhagavan's advocation for all the prayers is, "Are ye kabhi ye prayer band karega?" For need. We must be that prayer for the any need. When all the needs subsides, because there is nothing that I really need, or the necessity becomes only not for selfish motivation or for my identification or with anything that is associated with me, then automatically the prayer is only for the sake of praying for the others or praying for the Bhagavan himself, that he is from which your last breath is there. Okay, so that is why Bhagavan is saying this prapadyante is kind of a prayer that, prapatti. So what Bhagavan is saying, taihi kamaihi. By that desire, kamaihi, by the 1 and 2, taihi kamaihi kritajnanaha. So kamaihi is the main thing. Taihi kamaihi. By that desire impelling him for all the prayers, and krita means pulled away, removed away. What is removed away? Jnanam. Of course, for example, if you are totally in some difficulty, your pain is there, and you say, for example, you come out of a surgery and everything, you can, but then the prayer is, the jnanam is, at that time you need some help. But at that time also the jnanam is one, then your prayer is just for the sake of prayers. But what Bhagavan is saying is, kamaihi kritajnanaha. By the trifling desires, of wealth or swargam, or for anything, for my and for my and my and mine, all those things. By that, what happens is spiritual kritajnanaha means his vivekam and vairagyam having been dissipated, having pulled away. So having that one gone completely, then that bhakta, what he does, tam niyamam asthaya. And so then he reaches into some help from somebody, and that person says, okay, you have got this problem, but okay, this is your thing. Here is that, but you have to come every Friday for say Durga Mata, every Tuesday for Ganesha Bhagavan, for Thursday for Guru Bhagavan, and then Saturday for this Bhagavan, Sunday for the. So no, we have got lots of niyama. Come for 40 days, come every second day, fast the second day. So, there are a lot of niyamams there. Everything is good. We are not, Bhagavan is not condemning anything here, please. That's very important. In fact, today's full classes, Bhagavan is just trying to see the devotion, the bhakta, how he is short-sighted, how it wields is absolute vivekam. So he wants people to have a balance between devotion, bhakti, and that jnanam, and that jnanam to be the impeller, that anytime the devotion should not remove the jnanam. Jnana purvaka bhakti. Then he becomes a jnani. So that is the essence of this shlokas, what we will see today. You understand? So when the bhakti becomes totally without jnanam, only for wants, then it becomes a fanatical devotion. And that is what Bhagavan does not want the bhakta to have, because with that one you will not become a jnani. So Bhagavan also indirectly is going to say in subsequent slokas today that, look, do not want that my bhaktas to be slave to me or anything like that. It's not that I'm sitting there as a Malik and I enjoy their thing and sitting in the heaven and having these guys all like a sheeps and then I want to drive. No, that's not the Bhagavan's thing. So that is why Bhagavan says, tam niyamam astaya. There are a lot of niyamas. We can do fasting and everything is fine. But what Bhagavan says is, if that is propelled by the kama, then it is a problem. Okay, niyamam astaya. What happens then? Prakritya swaya niyataha. And what do they do? Anya devataha prapadyante. This Anya devataha must be. So what the Bhagavan says, Prakritya swaya. Prakritya swaya means our individual nature. See, we are all Prakriti, right? We are part of the Prakriti, this near creation. So by the creation that it is there is external influence, there is internal influence. The external influence is Prakritya, from the external influence. Swaya means internal influence. Niyataha, by that propelling. That is why Bhagavan put Prakritya and Swaya, both of them. Because sometimes the Swaya, what means is Swabhavatana, because we all born with some samskara. That is why you see everybody in this world, even if you see, look at the desires, they're between when a husband and wife, you will see one person likes 22 degrees, other person likes 19 degrees, or another likes, it is, you will see that is your swabhava. You can't understand, you can't, or your taste will be with more salt, one will be with sugar, something that is a swabhava, samskara that comes from lot of janma. So that's the internal one. And Prakriti is what you are influencing. And from that niyataha, by that influence, what Bhagavan says, Anya devataha prapadyante. This Anya devataha, we have to very carefully understand. It is not like Bhagavan says, oh, he is not praying me, he is praying somebody, some other God. No. That's not Bhagavan saying. So does it mean that Bhagavan says, only pray to me, then you become a jnani? No, we should not take that meaning like that. Here, what Anya Devata means, what Bhagavan really wants to say is that the tactical desires for what you want, they are of a lower nature. For those lower nature, the gods who are God, because we got Indra, we got the Soma, Surya, all the different planetary god, right? Gochara. Now people know everybody. There is some now say by your horoscope. Sometimes you have the Ashtama Shani. Then after that Shukran will come. Then again Rahu will come. Then Ketu. This epical cyclical nature is always going to happen. And for those devatas, you do those prayers, and those devatas, for those that they have been bestowed with the blessings, and you prapadyante, they give you that fruits. They certainly give you the fruits. But what when Bhagavan says Anya Devataha, thinking that Ishvara is not in you, Vasudevat Atmanaha Anyaha. Anya, that is what Shankara says. Because here, what did the previous one? Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma. So once you have seen that Ishvara in you and outside, and that Akandakara Vriddhi, that when we go in this world and see, look, what is this one? As far as this Bhagavan I see in every Devata, in everything, then what I really require is that one particular Ishvara. The minute I see the Ishvara is different from me all the time, then that kind of a dependency comes. That's what Bhagavan is saying when he says Anya Devataha. Not truly meaning that he is worshipping a petty gods and not worshipping the ultimate God, me. No, that's not the purport of this particular sloka. That is why in Sanatana Dharma we have innumerous number of forms. But what Bhagavan wants to say is grow out of the dependency in your prayer. So Anya Devataha means do not have a short-sighted factor when you are propitiating, when we are doing these devotions. So that is what Bhagavan means is Vasudevat Anyataha. And Ishvaraha Sarvamiti. If you pray, then certainly you are it releases from you from the independence. So to further go on that, expand, Bhagavan says, Yo yam tanum bhaktaha shraddhayarchitum ichasti tasya chalam shraddham tameva vidadham yaham. Once again, yo yam tanum bhaktaha shraddhayarchitum ichati tasya chalam shraddham tameva vidadham yaham. So Bhagavan says, look, if that be so, I'm not going to stop him. I've given the full willpower to people who have been born in this world. Yo means yaha, meaning to say that bhakta, yam, that devata or devam. This whomsoever bhaktas, whatever devata, that tanum bhaktaha, that tanum is very important. Tanum means form, being devoted. Meaning to say, he has now reduced the God into that one simple form only. Really, Bhagavan wants to see you. Of course, Bhagavan does not. So, Tanum Bhaktaha, first I will finish it, then I'll come to the internal meaning. Tanum Bhaktaha, having reduced that Bhagavan only to that one particular form of deity, then what does he do? Having reduced that into that, Shraddhaya Architum Ichati. And for that, he wants to propitiate with the complete Shraddha. Both acha hai. And Architum, to Pujanam. That I want to go to that Navagraha Devata every Saturday, do 9 rounds, then 9 rolling around. Everything is good. That's not Bhagavan. Shraddhaya Architum Ichati. He wants to do that. And then Bhagavan says, for that, tasya, meaning to say that to that bhakta, tam eva, into that devata itself. Tam devatam. Tam eva means tam devatam eva shraddham. I give him that complete shraddha as well. Vidadami aham. Meaning to say, I give him that shraddha as well. He wants to reduce the whole bhakti into that one form, and that he wants to completely see that I want my whole, because he has narrowed down his vision of Bhagavan into one particular form, and he wants to do the pujana. But I give him all the shraddha as well. I am the one who's giving him the shraddha as well. But the problem is he does not see that it is a form through which he has to go to formless. Very important. Our Sanatana Dharma is the one which gives a numerous number of forms. And our Sanatana Dharma is the one which says, through the form, aim, your objective should be for the formless Ishvara. End of the day, that Ishvara is in every form, in every deity. Not only to Rama or Krishna or only to Shiva or Parvati or Saraswati or one particular form. He wants you to expand your vision and bhakti. But if be so that you want to have that Shraddha only to that Tanum. Tanum means body. Tanum means body really. So here means a form. And Achala means that fantastic bhakti I give him. So because that kind of a bhakti becomes so fanatical, so Bhagavan knows with this one, he can never become independent. So the problem with this, and you also quote that particular chapter number 4, you remember, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajamyaham mama vartmanu vartante manushya partha sarvashaham kankshantah karmanam siddhim yajantaiga devatam kipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. That also Bhagavan said. However you want to take my form and form, I give you. And Kshipram hi manushe leke siddhir bhavati karmaja. And you will get the benefit as well. See, this is a certain nice thing in this our Sanatana Dharma. Closer the God, quicker the return fruits. Meaning to say, when I say closer, all gods, there is no distance really. But what I'm trying to say is, there are, some of you might have seen this Brahmananda Valli in Taittiriya Upanishad. There it goes, because there are different lokas. Gandharva Loka, Pitru Loka, then Surya Loka, then Deva Loka, Manusha Gandharva Loka, then Brahma Loka. It keeps on going. That's why in the next chapter, Bhagavan will talk about that as well. And to those devatas, you pray with some certain niyamam, and it's a very effort. It's a very tiring, very important, very, what can I say? It's not that easy. And there are people who had practiced in those times, and that Bhagavan is keeping all of that into the mind. And they do get the fruits quicker, immediately. So, and these are important. We are not saying, because Bhagavan also said in the 3rd chapter, Deva Devan Bhavayata Nena, Te Deva Bhavayantuvaha, Parasparam Bhavayantaha, Shreyaf Paramabhapsyata. So there Bhagavan said, yes, pray all the devas. But what is the purpose there and what is the connection here? There Bhagavan said, you see the Surya Bhagavan, Chandra Bhagavan, and all the planetary Bhagavan, they perform with a routine and they bestow you with this functional factors in his life. Be grateful and offer whatever you have to do as a pure, bountiful, dutiful human being to be synchronous with the nature. Like, we do this Surya Namaskaram and offer him water, do the Brahma Yajnam, all those kind of things. And that you do it as a gratefulness back to those God without any desire. As far as that is done as a karma yoga, without any wanting or lure for fruits, that is karma yoga. That is what Bhagavan said in chapter number 3, because it is in karma yoga. But so that Deva Bhavata Neva, that we should not confuse and say, there Bhagavan said, I have to be propitiating all the Devas. Surya Bhagavan, here Bhagavan says, no, here what is the main thing is that Kamahi we should not defeat it. Because the Kamahi comes as the factor of all these prayers. That's what Bhagavan is saying. And they are legitimate. Very, very true. And then Bhagavan further goes to say, Sataya, Shaddaya, Yukta. That is why these ones, when we see the meaning and everything, we should not confuse that, Bhagavan is saying, do not have form worship. Formful worship is very important, but we must know the limited means of that and then aspire to expand the vision of our prayers to the formless Bhagavan in every rupa, and that go beyond the form. And so Bhagavan said, Sataya Shaddaya Yuktaha Tasyaradana Mihate Labate Tatah Kaman Mayaiva Vihitan Hitan. Once again, Sataya Shraddhaya Yuktaha Tasyaradhanamihate Labhate Chatatah Kaman Mayaiva Vihitan Hitan. So Bhagavan said, Saha, who is that Saha? That Bhakta, Kama Bhakta. Taya Shraddhaya. Where did he get the Shraddha? Bhagavan gave him in the previous verse, right? Because he gave him the Shraddha. So Taya Shraddhaya. With that Shraddha that has been bestowed by Ishvara. Yuktaha. So he is also now so steadfast into that one. And what he says, Tasya Aradhanam Ihate. That Devataha, Devatasya or Devatayaha, that gods whom he has reduced in one single form, that gods Aradhanam. Aradhana means all the type of worship that he has to do. Ihate. He does it in all the forms that he is doing the prayers. That's good. And with that, what he does, Tatcha and Tataha. Tataha means from those prayers, from that Shraddhaya, whatever you did the prayers, you certainly get fruits. So, and those fruits, how does he come? Maya Eva. Maya Eva means Maya Eva. Those fruits are also there, really given through me. Bhagavan says, Maya Eva Vihitan Ki Tan Kaman Labate. Understand? Tataha, from those prayers, Maya eva vihitan hitan kaman labate. See, because you prayed with some kama, means some icha. Why? What is the icha? To get some fruits. And to get that fruits, what did you have to do? You have to have some procedure to do, because there is a lot of niyataha there. And that shraddha, from where did you get it? So this is what Bhagavan is just, do not forget the query. So where did you get the shraddha? That was also given by him. But we forget that one. We think that, okay, that shraddha is also in me and I should not leave it. And then what we do, Achalam Shraddham, that we are also giving to him. And also actually, it's Bhagavan who gave you the shraddha. And then after with that Shraddha, what did you do? You are now doing that prayers like getting up morning at 3 o'clock or whatever it is, all the niyamas, which is very difficult to do, or walking for 40 kilometers, whatever, all those things. And what did you get after that? You also got some kaman labate. So kamai pujayate, kaman labate. Whatever you want, you also got it. 100% guaranteed. Bhagavan says you guaranteed, fruits is guaranteed. But the fruits given by that God is also, see, imagine this one. The fellow who is praying is able to pray because of Bhagavan. And the Devata who is giving fruits, he is also giving fruits only by Bhagavan. But he forgot that whole Bhagavan who is praying and the Bhagavan who is giving the fruit. And there are two medium. The medium, one is me, that Kama Bhakta, one medium, and another Devata, it is also a medium to medium praying, forgetting the Bhagavan. That's what Bhagavan wants to say. But that Devata, they are in a higher plane of existence. They always abide to the Dharma. They know, okay, if this person is propitiating for these one, like for example, say Pitru Devata, is there, you certainly have 100%. You go to Rameshwaram, there are some Koti Tirtham, there are 22 Koti Tirtham. You go do the Snanam, certainly all the Pitru Dosham will go. But then with that Dosham, if he really wants to say, look, I want to get more of this and that, then it's a different problem. He also get it. But if he thinks, look, this is for my moksha that I'm doing, and this I'm doing as a duty, then you are released. That difference we must keep in mind in all these things. Because you know, the prayer I'm doing is not me. Bhagavan, you gave me the strength to pray, and I am praying because of you. It is not me I'm praying. It is not this Babu who is praying. It is not this Nirmala's husband I'm praying. It is not that Sadhvi's father who is praying. But I am just praying because you are in me, Bhagavan. And I have a duty to pray. So I am offering this. But that is nothing that really I am praying as myself. And I'm guaranteed, Bhagavan, you as the bestower of this particular Bhagavan or the Pitru Loka is going to bestow this. And that is, you are doing it. And that is also is your wish. And that is also not my wish. then it is fairly correct. There is no problem. But how many of us do? And that is the evolvement to the Jnani Bhakta. That every time we pray, we have that, Bhagavan, today I'm able to get up at this 4 o'clock or whatever it is I'm able to do. It is just because of you. And let me be doing this only for the sake of moksha. Do not pull me down into the lower objectives. If that is the desire, Bhagavan gives you that desire as well. That is also inherent in this one. That is why Shankara even goes in this one shloka more. He says, Vihitan. When we say Vihitan, it should not, Bhagavan says that Hitan means normally is beneficial. Hitam, right? Hitam means beneficial. Okay. But this year, that Hitan is only taken as Alankara, meaning to say it is not truly a beneficial fruits. This Kaman, Vihitan Kaman, is not truly a beneficial because it is a short life. It has got a shorter objective. It is going to bind you, these fruits. So they are truly not hitam for you. But just as a alankaram, or just to kind of give an inner meaning that it has been given, but truly it is not beneficial. So to dispel that hitam, that is not truly beneficial, Bhagavan says again here, Antavat Antavattu palam tesham tat bhavat yalpa medasam devan devayajo yanti mat bhakta yanti mamapi. So Bhagavan here beautifully dispels that. See this connection in every shloka. Please follow. Then only we will know this. This hitan is there. That Bhagavan says here. Tu, but Arjuna. Yes, all these things is fair and just in the game of prayers and fruits and everything. But the two, but alpa medasam. Alpa medasam means this medas, because this also require a lot of shraddha, right? The shraddha came with lot of knowledge because there are a lot of nuances in this worship. And that is a medas, means that's a kind of a great knowledge, right? But this knowledge is alpam. Alpa means very short-sighted, very, very small benefactor. This fruits is alpam is because the fruits are alpam. So the desire is also alpam. The fruits are also alpam. Alpam means very, very, very small. Tuchya. Tuch, kama bhi tuchya, pal bhi tuchya. Is it about just alpa medasam? So the knowledge is also tucham, alpam. Alpa kama, alpa palan, alpa medas. So alpa medasam. The people with the short serial, and this is not a very higher intellect. It's a lower form of intellect. Alpa medasam, tesham. So this is a sixth Shashti Bhakti. Alpa medasam, those bhaktas with a lower level of intellect, to them, tesham, tat, palam, antavattu bhavati. Understand? Tesham. To those alpamedasam, tat palam. Tat palam means that fruit, antavattu bhavati. Antavattu means they are only antavat, meaning to say, oh, jaisa fruit haath mein mila, bas usse gaya. But he prayed for 13 years, 14 years, going every year, this one, that one, this one, whatever it is. And the minute he got it, the next day it is gone. But he doesn't realize, for 12 years I prayed, the next day it is gone. That even that happiness is what he got is that so alpam. But what Bhagavan says, the effort was very strong and the fruits are short-lived, alpam. This futility in the fruits, the effort in the amount of return of investment is so bad. That's what Bhagavan can say. That kind of a thing is antavat. Antavat, because they are perishable, and even if you every minute the fruit is obtained, it is freedom. That is, it is depleting. You cannot stop the depletion of the fruits. Antavat, because you see, imagine we pray for something. By the time we grow that much, say at the age of 85, you get about 20 million, 30 million. What are you going to do? But say, then he realizes, oh my God, even with that 2 million, maybe I heard in that 60, I should have gone and enjoyed. Now I've got my balance like, say, 30 million, 40 million. Where will I leave it and go? Maybe I should have gone some Tirtha Yatra. I should have given something and, done so many other things I could have enjoyed. Then he doesn't. That kind of a thing you can put it. Okay? Alpamedam, because by the time he gets it, it just depletes. And similarly, with that kind of a simile, Bhavati, Bhagavan says, Deva Yajaha, Deva Yajaha, Devan Yanti. Deva Yajaha means, say, for example, this person is worshipping that particular Deva. And he's saying, oh, Chandra Deva, I believe your Chandra Loka. And they were doing in those years. In your Chandra Loka, I come, I believe I'm going to have this kind of enjoyment, all those things. And so, Bhagavane, Chandra Bhagavan, I want to come to the Chandra Loka. And then he guess what does he do? That Devan Yanti. He reaches that Loka. Deva Yajaha, Devan Yanti. Whichever Deva ya Deva. That's why Bhagavan says Kama is there with this Anya Devataha. So he goes for that particular Loka or that particular Samipyam. But Bhagavan says, but truly my Bhakta, Mat Bhakta, Api Mam Yanti. But Arjuna, that Jnani Bhakta who says that Vasudevaha Sarvam, that Ishvara Eva Sarvam, Sarvam Shivamayam, any of that Bhagavan's thing that we see. Jagadamba, she is everywhere. That kind of a Bhakta is a truly Mat Bhakta, Mam Api Mam Yanti, meaning to say he gets that Akanta Akara Brahma Nirvanam or that Moksham. Here when Bhagavan says Mam, that is a Sarvam Vasudevamiti Sarvam. That kind of a Moksham Yanti. Mam Yanti means that he gets to the Moksham. That's what? Happiness, everlasting. And to again give more essence to this particular shloka, Bhagavan says, Avyaktam Vyaktimapannam Manyante Mama Buddhayaha Param Bhavamajanantaha Mama Vyamanumuttamam. Once more, Avyaktam Vyaktimapannam Manyante Mama Buddhayaha Param Bhavamajanantaha Mama Vyayamanumuttamam Mama Vyayamanuttamam. Correct. Mama Vyayamanumuttamam. So what Bhagavan says, just stop this sloka before I go into the, because it is a bit, he says, Dekho, I am truly formless. But these bhaktas, the first three bhaktas, have completely reduced my formless into this formful factor and think that that's what is moksha. Very important. Thinks that is moksha, and he's literally do not want that bhakta to be like that. He says, whenever you do a formful worship, see the formless behind. Because this chapter is what? Jnana Vijnanam. Should not forget it. So what Bhagavan wants to do is, whenever you are seeing the Vijnanam, see the Jnanam behind it. Whenever we see this, have the Parajnanam. So Bhagavan wants to keep. Say, for example, when we see that Ganesha, when we do Balavihar, they very clearly say, see Ganesha, his form, see the meaningful tattva, his ears are like a chamara karna. We need to say like a fan. We need to say one must have that sharp thing to hear. And look at his trunk. It can take a peck of grass or even a big log of wood. So that kind of a vivekam to take the mind. So, see the tattva behind Ishvara in every particular form and go beyond transcend beyond the form. That's what Bhagavan wants every bhakta to be going, transcending the form into the formless factor. Truly, Bhagavan wants the bhakti to evolve in that formless factor, because once he gets into that formless factor, his own form is dropped. Because what do we want to do? We want to lose the identification first with our own form. For that, that formless factor of bhakti is so important. So Bhagavan says, Abuddhayaha. Here, Abuddhayaha means that unintelligent, the first three bhaktas are avivekinaha. I won't say all three are bhaktas, but avivekinaha, who does not see the vivekam beyond the formless. So this Abuddhayaha, Avyayam Anuttamam Mam. Meaning to say, Avyayam. Avyayam means what? Eternal. Vyayam means which depletes. Avyayam means here eternal, no modification. It cannot be modified. It's unmodified means what? It's infinite. That Avyayam, infinite, non-modification. Anuttamam, Anu-uttamam, meaning to say it is unsurpassable, highest of existence. That Chaitanyam, Chaitanya Swarupam. Chaitanyam is that Swarupam. Avyayam, Anuttamam, Mama, Mama Parambhavam. That ultimate, infinite, omniscient, omnipotent, that particular Parambhavam, Ajanantaha. So this Abuddhaya one, then this is all the adjective for the that same Abuddhaya. Why they did not, why Bhagavan wants to call them Abuddhaya? Because they have not seen the Avyayam, Anuttamam, Mama, Parambhavam, Ajanantaha. They have not seen, or they have not known. They have not known my ultimate and unsurpassable, highest and highest of my ultimate Chaitanyam, Swarupam, which is my non-dual supreme bliss. That supreme happiness, ultimate happiness, which is in him and outside, that they have not known. Ajanantaha. And then what do they do then? Mom, that Bhagavan says that Bhagavan, that Bhagavan, Chaitanyam Bhagavan, Mom, Avyaktam Mam. That Bhagavan, this is, sorry, it should be 8 or 9 like this. Avyaktam Mam, which is been this Avyayam and Avyaktam is same thing. Vyaktam means which is explicitly known. Avyaktam means it cannot be known by any of the sense objects. So Bhagavan says, Avyaktam Mam, meaning to say, truly I am one which cannot be cognized by any of these organs. Mam, and what do they assume? Vyaktimapannam manyante. Vyaktimapannam, as if it is only in this deity, only in this form, only in that stone, only in that murti. Putting all the thing only on the murti. Vyaktimapannam manyante. Truly I am a formless one, but what they have done, they have packed all my glory into that one little form and thinking that I am only in this form and not anywhere else. That is why these Kamai Bhaktaha are not able to get out of that. So really Bhagavan wants to get that bhakti into a limitless bhakti, even transcending that Bhagavan form. So that is why Vyaktimapannam means that it has been shortened down or it has been shrunk down into or embodied into any human form. In fact, Bhagavan is going to say in the chapter number 9 as well. Avaja anantima mudhaha manushim tanum ashitam parambhavamajanantaha mama bhuta maheshwaram. There also you will say, tanum ashritam, as if I have taken a human body. And here Krishna, even there Bhagavan, when he's saying this as Krishna to Arjuna, he's indirectly telling Arjuna, Dekho, ye Duryodhana, he thinks I am, that Krishna is just a Mayavi and he has reduced my whole thing as only, I'm only in this body. But Bhishma Pitamaha, he knows I am beyond this body. So indirectly he's telling him, I'm just not only in this body that you are seeing. But whereas the other three bhaktas have just reduced me into this one simple murti form and not able to transcend. And then we'll just finish up with the last sloka. Then Bhagavan says furthermore, why is Lord Tattva? So Bhagavan says, my Tattva is very important. That is why from here we are saying the Bhagavan's Tattvam. Tattvam is very important, not just the Murti. Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samapritah udoyam nabijanhati loko mamajamabjayam. So Bhagavan again he says, for this again the three bhaktas, I am this one, number one. I am lokaha sarvasya yogamaya samavritaha aham na prakashaha. See, I am not that explicitly known. I'm not explicitly known by any five indriyas because I am lokaha to this whole world externally that is created by my yoga maya. I am not explicitly manifest. It cannot be prakasha, means it is not that revealed to the five organs that easily. Because he is the essence, Chaitanyam of all. So, but the problem is the other bhaktas have seen the Bhagavan only in the Maya. That is why I said, even Bhagavan is that Maya plus Shuddha Chaitanyam. He is only seeing it the Shuddha Chaitanyam. He is not able to transcend behind the Shuddha Chaitanyam. That's what he's saying is. So, because Yoga Maya is the Bhagavan's grip, the Lord's control. It is like this, the cloud and the sun is, we have seen in Atma Bodha, a lot of them, right? The cloud which is wearing the sun, and then we think, oh God, the cloud, when will the cloud go? Then and we think the cloud is shrouding the sun, but the cloud is like the Maya. Can the cloud ever wield the sun? Sun is so huge, infinitely bigger than the cloud, as if the cloud can really shield the sun. Similarly, Maya is in his control. But we think the Maya is what? I am so tightly held and that I am not able to see. So Bhagavan says, Ataha Nabijanati Prakashaha to Nayan Mudaha, this particular one who has not got the Vivekam, that's all. Mudaha Mam Ajam Avyayam na abhijanati. Therefore, this ignorant person, because he is shrouded by the Maya, avyayam ajam. Again, the same thing, the previous one, that one who cannot be reduced into any form, because I cannot be modified from one form to the other form. Avyayam ajam, I am never born. Na abhijanati. By that, when they do not know this, it is like the magician knows what magic he is doing, but as if the spectators are explicitly involved into the magic and as if thinking that the magic is really truly happening. That's what Bhagavan is saying here, that they are not able to reveal, they are not able to see the the real formlessness beyond this prakasha, because the yoga maya samavrataha. That is why again Bhagavan he said, right, in the other one, Mameva ye prapadyante mayametam tarantite. So again, link that one to this one. So Bhagavan said, that is the reason the three bhaktas are still in the Maya shrouded bhakti. So they are not able to see the formless factor of my true nature, in which is also in him. So the purport in this whole particular shloka, in all these particular, what we saw today is, Bhagavan is so kind that Bhagavan wants to be so kind with the other three bhaktas. He wants them also to grow out of limiting himself to a limited devotion to the prayers which is only short-lived, so that he raises out of the prayers, understanding the Chaitanyam in him and the outside, and the true happiness, the wants are truly a state of non-desire, completely being and this worship or the worship, the prayers and everything is doing is to ultimately get to that permanent state, not for any short-lived phala. That's all is Bhagavan's complete Upadesham today up to the Shloka 25. And then now he will finish off this particular chapter in the next class with all the going further to the Moksha Jnani Bhakta. And then so he will finish with the Jnani Bhaktas, Upayam and everything. So with that, I will finish today. Om Tat Sat iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Sambhade Jnana Vijnana Yogo Nama Saptamo Dhyayah Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Any doubt, Sashi Bhaiya, Premlata ji, Subramaniam?
I had few, but I think I have to read it again.
Yeah.
I just simply missed it. I had my son was here, so he was talking to me.
Koi baat, you are just
So
right.
there was, I wanted to ask. It's more like a grammar or something. There is too many times yo yo yo. Why there is so many repetition? That part I did not get it.
Okay. Yo means yaha. And yaha becomes yo because the sandhi says it's called visargasya utvam. Meaning to say yaha followed by another soft consonant becomes yo. That's fine. That's just a grammar. But yo means jo jo ja jo jo jesa jesa jo बोलते ना हिंदी में jo becomes yo. That's it.
Okay.
जो जिसका जिसका देवता मांगता है उसका उसका पालन उसकी उसकी देता हूँ, just like that.
And same thing before that, there's a repeated ta 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 tam ta
tam
tam
matlab
tam.
that fruit, that
Three times.
bhakta wants to worship this devata. From there, this fruit he wants, that I give him, or tam shadyam, for that type of a thing. That's all.
Oh,
That's
you.
all. Nothing more into that one. Okay, ji. Thank you. Hari Om. Shri Guru Bhyo Om Tat Sat Srimad Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Okay, ji.